Hey everyone, Justin from Adventures Away. If you've ever searched for a cruise and wondered why the exact same itinerary costs $600 one week and over $1,500 just a few weeks later, you're definitely not alone. The truth is that cruise prices have very little to do with how far you're sailing and almost everything to do with demand. In today's video, we're going to break down exactly when cruises are the cheapest, when they're the most expensive, and I'll show you real-world examples from several major cruise lines so you can save hundreds or even thousands of dollars on your next vacation. Let's get into it. One of the biggest misconceptions people have is that cruise prices stay fairly consistent throughout the year. They don't. Cruise lines use dynamic pricing, very similar to airlines. If demand is high, prices go up. If demand is low, prices come down. That means two identical 7-night Caribbean cruises on the exact same ship can have dramatically different prices simply because of the week they sail. In general, the cheapest times to cruise are mid-January through early February, late April into early May, September, October, and the first 2 weeks of December. These periods are often called the shoulder season because fewer families are traveling while school is in session, and demand naturally drops. Let's start with Royal Caribbean. If you're looking at a 7-night Eastern Caribbean cruise aboard a ship like Wonder of the Seas or Star of the Seas departing from Port Canaveral in early October, you can often find interior cabins starting around $700 to $900 per person. Now, compare that to the exact same itinerary during Christmas week, when those same cabins can easily cost between $1,700 and well over $2,300 per person before you even add gratuities, drink packages, Wi-Fi, or shore excursions. You're paying more than double simply because families are traveling during the holidays and ships are sailing at or near full capacity. Carnival Cruise Line follows the same pattern. A 7-night Western Caribbean cruise aboard Carnival Celebration during September can often be booked for around $550 to $750 per person. Move that exact same sailing to spring break in March, and it's not uncommon to see prices jump to $1,100 to $1,400 per person. The ship hasn't changed, the itinerary hasn't changed, and the experience is nearly identical. The only difference is that demand has skyrocketed because schools are out and families are taking vacations. MSC Cruises, which many people know for offering some of the best values in cruising, also sees significant seasonal price swings. You can regularly find 7-night Caribbean cruises aboard MSC Seashore or MSC World America during September or early December for around $450 to $700 per person. Those same cruises during Christmas and New Year's often exceed $1,100 per person, and balcony cabins increase even more dramatically. If you've watched our MSC videos before, you know we think MSC delivers incredible value throughout the year, but even they aren't immune to supply and demand. Norwegian Cruise Line is no different. A 7-night Caribbean cruise aboard Norwegian Escape or Norwegian Aqua during early October might start around $700 to $900 per person. Book that identical cruise during President's Day week, spring break, or Christmas, and you'll often see prices climb to $1,500 or more per person. Norwegian frequently includes promotions like specialty dining, Wi-Fi, or beverage packages, but the base cruise fare still rises considerably during peak travel periods. So why are September and October consistently among the cheapest months to cruise? There are a couple of reasons. First, kids are back in school, and families make up a huge portion of cruise passengers. Once school starts, demand naturally falls. Second, September and October fall during Atlantic hurricane season. Now before that scares you away, cruise ships are incredibly good at avoiding bad weather. Modern ships use advanced weather tracking, and captains simply adjust itineraries or reroute around storms whenever necessary. While a port of call might occasionally change, cruises are rarely canceled because of hurricanes. For many experienced cruisers, the significant savings more than make up for the small possibility of an itinerary adjustment. Another fantastic time to cruise is during the first 2 weeks of December. Thanksgiving is over, Christmas travel hasn't started yet, and most people are focused on holiday shopping instead of vacations. That creates one of the biggest pricing sweet spots of the entire year. If your schedule is flexible, this can be one of the best opportunities to enjoy a cruise at a fraction of holiday pricing, while still getting beautiful weather in destinations like the Caribbean. Now let's talk about when cruising is at its most expensive. Without question, Christmas and New Year's are usually the highest priced sailings of the entire year. Families are traveling together, schools are closed, many people have vacation time from work, and cruise ships routinely sail completely full. Spring break is another expensive period, typically stretching from early March through mid-April depending on school districts across the country. Cruise lines know families are looking for warm weather vacations during that time, so prices rise accordingly. Summer vacation is another peak season, especially throughout June and July. While you'll occasionally find promotions, demand remains high because schools are out nationwide. Thanksgiving week is also significantly more expensive than the surrounding weeks, because it's one of the busiest travel periods of the year. Even holiday weekends, like Memorial Day and Labor Day, often carry higher prices simply because people can take a vacation without using many vacation days from work. Here's something that surprises many first-time cruisers. The cheapest time to book a cruise isn't necessarily the cheapest time to sail. Those are two completely different things. One of the best times to book future cruises is during what's known as wave season, which runs from January through March. During this period, cruise lines compete aggressively for bookings by offering lower deposits, onboard credit, free Wi-Fi, drink packages, specialty dining, kids sail-free promotions, and other valuable incentives. Sometimes the cruise fare itself doesn't change much, but the added perks can easily save you several $100s. So what do I recommend if your goal is getting the absolute best value? If your schedule allows, aim for September, October, early December, or late January. During these times, you'll typically find lower cruise fares, fewer crowds, shorter lines, better cabin availability, and in many cases even better service because the ships aren't operating at maximum capacity. If you have school-age children, your options become more limited. In that case, I recommend booking your summer or holiday cruises as early as possible because prices tend to increase as ships fill up. Unlike years ago, last-minute deals are becoming much less common. At the end of the day, flexibility is one of the biggest money-saving tools you have when booking a cruise. Simply moving your vacation by 2 or 3 weeks could save a family of 4 well over $1,000 on the exact same ship and itinerary. That's money you could put towards shore excursions, drink packages, specialty dining, or maybe even another cruise in the future. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Adventures Away for more cruise tips, ship tours, money-saving strategies, and honest cruise reviews. We'd also love to hear from you down in the comments. What's the cheapest cruise you've ever booked? And what time of year did you sail? Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next adventure.